Hey guys, what's up?
Jimmy on the beat, boy.
Hi ladies, what's up? This is Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar. And today I have a question for you. I have a very important question for you, which is, ladies, do you really want a high value man? So recently, these topics come through my emails of people asking me what I think about various things. I've been talking about Mr. Kevin Samuels in some previous videos in regards to my opinion about his platform and some of his content and so on and so forth. And I want to talk about this high value man because, there's a lot of emphasis put on these high value men, which according to the definition that Kevin Samuels gave, he gave 6 points about what a high value man is. And all of the points had to do with finances. It had to talk about, how much earnings you make on a monthly basis, how consistent you've been with those earnings, how many of your peers are also in this echelon, and things like this. And I find the definition of the high value man problematic. I'm not going to say that it's directly Kevin Samuels, but I find what is deemed as high value very, very, very problematic because, like I stressed in a previous video, there are so many other elements that are critical to a high value man. A high value man should have much more to offer than money. When you actually look back historically to prominent leaders of the Black community, you look at them and see they were average, ordinary men by this high definition, high value standard or whatnot. They wouldn't even have been qualified. People such as Malcolm X, people like Dr. Martin Luther King, who was a pastor man. There's people that were teachers, people that were lawyers, just ordinary men who felt compelled to stand and make a change for their community. So I want to ask the ladies, according to this definition, is a high value man what you're really looking for? Someone who earns a lot of money. What else? Our community, our society has a focus on money, and money is not the end all be all. I would also like to note that several high value men have multiple divorcees, estranged from their children, suffering with addictions. They happen to be very afflicted men. And I think that has a lot to do with their character. I think a high value man has a very strong character. He's directed in where he's going in life. He can take control of his family. He knows how to interact with his spouse. Because you see, also in focusing on this high value man, we kind of diminish the importance of the family. And we also put a lot of weight on the man. When a family is a family unit, okay, it's comprised of both parties. I probably would assume that for these gentlemen that are high value men, picking a woman who is either a gold digger, a leech, someone who doesn't want to contribute, someone who is self-absorbed, isn't investing in their children or anything like that, I imagine that's a pretty daunting feeling for a high value man. Because most people will love and appreciate someone who's willing to go on this life journey with them. Some of the characteristics that I would deem as a high value man, what I actually look for is strong character. The man has got to know himself. He's got to have a vision out there for life, and i.e. for the family. You know, he has to have the willingness to get out and do what's necessary. He has to have the willingness to collaborate with his wife and his children, you know, because it's a family thing. Paternal instincts are very, very important. One thing that also comes with high value men, because they are high earners, that means there's a lot of focus on their career or their business. They are not always available. You know, they may travel a lot, or they may be extremely high profile or busy or whatnot. More money, more problems. It's true. The reality is, ladies, some of y'all need an average man. An average man who will be available for you, who will pay attention to you, who's ready and willing to invest in his family, who will be faithful, who will be in it for the long term. Huh? Most ladies know a guy, have a guy in their life, a man in their life. If they're fortunate, they've married this man, but sometimes that man, you know, it didn't work out with him. Every woman knows a man who is diehard for you. When you're in a crisis, you're in a situation, you can call him. He dries your tears. He remembers your birthday. You know, if you're sick, he's going to come and look after you. These are the kind of brothers you need in your life, ladies. Let me tell you, these are the kind of brothers that you need, because these guys have the tenacity to last and last and last. All these so-called high-value guys, which again are few and far between, because that's another unrealistic expectation if we want to talk about it. You know, how many high earning of these gentlemen, you know, with the audience of their peers, how many of those gentlemen are around to go around? Few. Which means if we have masses of women aiming for these high value men, that's not what their probabilities of achieving that are very, very slim. In addition to, when it comes to black men, it's not just our other black women that we're competing against, because our men like to be jacks of all trades and go and date with all kind of other women. But that's a different topic. So I think really ask yourself the question, ladies, you know, what kind of partner is realistic? You know, what is important to you apart from he needs a house, he needs a car, he needs his doctorate, advanced degrees. You know, what else do you need character-wise to make it flourish? See, I've known this a long time ago, you know, and that's why, for instance, me, I'm not caught up in the whirlwind of, you know, pursuing this imaginary man. I want a real man. I want a you know what I'm saying? A man who's available and willing to be a part of this life journey with me, you know? So I wanted to pose this question, you know, if that's the case, then you don't even need certain advices from certain people, because, hey, you're not pursuing a high value man by their definition. You're pursuing something else. And I believe there's much more of those kind of gentlemen than this high value model anyway. Which will broaden your horizons, you know, and broaden your options of being able to achieve family, love, and, you know, longevity and companionship and those kind of things. So these are just my thoughts. You can leave your thoughts in the comments below. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this video. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.